Hey Aquas, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Aquas, we got like a minute into this and then my phone storage was full, so I had to delete it and I'm back again, but like it was going in such a wonderful direction. So we're just going to pick up where we left off. You have the mentor, the poet, the king, and the mirror. And it's coming through as just this idea of, so like the image was this room with these broken pieces of glass positioned all around the room in a way that when the light shone in, it creates like this light show in the room. And I feel like there's an idea of somebody creating a light show in the room of your mind that's like, this person speaks Aquarius, right? Like this person speaks my language. They know how to make it all make sense. And I think making a decision to move toward this person because of that very thing. So then I shuffled, these are the cards that I got, but I didn't get very far into it. But the Five of Cups is that confusion. Again, just that idea of like creating an illumination in a way that like it makes sense to you. Like that makes sense to me. None of that other stuff was making sense. But for whatever reason, this person is able to take all of those things that never made sense to me and make them make sense. Like that's what that feels like. And making a decision, I think to, this feels like somebody who has the intellect to match your intellect, Aquas. I'm really excited for this, whether it's a person or a relationship or like it's a job where you're like, oh my God, like this is a team of people that I can work with, like this is great. I just feel like this illumination of greatness and this standing in power with somebody who's at your level and moving in directions that I think bring with them a great deal of justice, a whole lot of celebration, new community, and new levels of commitment, because I do feel like you're committing to something, whether you're signing a contract for work or you're, I don't know, making it like officially titling a relationship or something, you know what I mean? However it plays out for you. But I just feel like there's something, someone, a group of people who get you, who speak your language, who you are ready to move forward with in a big way that feels like it brings like the authenticity of you as an individual into justice. Because I get the feeling that like a lot of the reads that we've had have been you losing yourself in the group, thinking you were going to give them the opportunity to identify themselves through you. But what happened was you ended up identifying through them. And that was not that was not what you wanted to do. That was not who you wanted to be. You know what I mean? And I think aligning yourself in a committed way in a new direction. Love this for my Aquas. Okay. Justice twice. Well, I do think that, and the Queen of Wands twice. Okay. I do think that, this, like, whatever it was that you were aligned with previously really did throw things out of balance. And that's been in your reads for a minute, like a year, of just how like the community that you were keeping was keeping you, and it was shutting out relationships that were good, healthy relationships for you, and I just feel like you were really like pushing out all of the good in the name of like a group or a community that just like that community fell short in a lot of ways, and I think that, like this action that's being taken is just full of life and full of like, like it's time to go. It's time to do. It's time to dance. It's time to call in what's meant to be be ours. I don't know. I just like whoever it is that you're working with, whether it's a group of people or an individual, I just feel like this is ours. Like this was supposed to be ours. And now that we are shutting out all of the noise of the, like cutting ties with all of these, commitments to connections that were like, why, you know what I mean? I just like, and it's been in your reads for a while, like turning your back on one thing and moving into another thing. And you wanted to try and make them like exist cohesively, but it's like, you can't put two polar opposite magnets together and expect them to connect. You know, like it was a repulsive energy that was there. And I think once you release that energy that ultimately ended up being a little repulsive to you too, like you got to clean that shit off, right? But like in the end, you're able to like go in a direction that it's like you magnetically charged in a new direction. And I love this. Okay. We also have, sorry, the King of Wands. Okay, loving this because it does. I mean, you've got this powerhouse energy, this powerhouse couple, this powerhouse whatever that is sending you in a new direction. And I think you are strengthened through this tumultuous experience to really step into a newness that is everything that you've wanted. And I feel like everything you promised yourself, you were like, this is, when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. I'm going to get through this. We're going to get past this. There's just like a sense of dedication, you know, like I'm not going to give up on this because this is so important. This is that, like that magnetic charge that I've been seeking. You speak my language. We can do this. You know what I mean? Like it just feels, yeah. Go Aquas, you know. Strikes again. That's Leo energy. It could be that some of y'all are dealing with Leos or have Leo in your chart. But it doesn't have to be, because this is just like, I feel like you feel strong. I don't know. Do you ever just like stand next to somebody and you're like, when I stand next to this person, I feel empowered. I feel stronger, you know, because that, like, this isn't like the, oh, I've built up the strength. This is like I feel strong when I'm next to this person. I feel like there's nothing that I can't do, because we speak the same language. We can build with the same, now I'm thinking of like blueprints, you know, like they read the blueprints, like they know how to lay the blueprints out in a way that I know how to build with that. And now like we're unstoppable. You know what I mean? I just feel like this sense of being unstoppable, calling into you what it is that you've been seeking, bringing justice to all of the injustice that was going down when all of that shit was going on before, and going in a new direction that is, this end feels so minuscule to the rest of this energy, but there's an end, you know, like there is something that cannot be. That magnetic repulsion is coming to an end, but it doesn't feel like there's much to say about it, because I don't think there's much thought that's being like it's so like, as soon as it's done, it's forgotten kind of energy. Do you know what I mean? And I love that too. Okay, Aquas, let's see what else we can get for y'all. The underworld. I want to end with that. The Sustainer. Now I'm thinking of like a cleaned out engine, right? Like your engine's running so much better that you're not using like some cheap oil, you know, like now you're like the high grade, you know, like something sustainable. Like that's just what that feels like to me. Like you just cleaned your engine, you just cleaned house, you just took care of the things that needed to be taken care of with such a magnet. Like I feel like the force of the Virgo full moon is with you. You know what I mean? And it's like, this needs to be done and this needs to be done right now. And I need to take care of this, and taking care of it, and just being like charged to go in this new direction and like engage in something sustainable, because it's so massive that it just keeps building on itself. I love it. Okay, Aquas, I hope that this resonates with y'all. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if it does, and I will see you again soon. Bye.